When I touched on energy and quantum physics last week, I touched on a very important point, that you are the creator of your own reality, you are the creator of your own world. And the implication in that is that if I'm not happy with my own world at the moment, it's my fault. It is as a result of the things I've done or failed to do. It is as a result of me not being in control of my own mind, in control of my own mood, in control of my own emotions, in control of how I behave myself, in control of how I interact with other people. If you were to gain control of those things, you would create a different world for yourself. It is that simple. Not only would you create a different internal world in terms of how your mind works, in terms of your presence, and in terms of how you pay attention, you would create a different external world, a different reality, because you would touch others' lives in a qualitatively different way. And you would help them create a different reality too. Now, the implication of that is that if enough people got together, we could create a totally different perspective, a different human perspective. But we're not talking about trying to change the world here. There's no point in going off on that particular crusade. What we're trying to do is change my world, change your world. Make it into the world, not so much that you want, because the normal mind is not best positioned to decide what it wants, but make it into the world that is better for you, or perhaps even best for you. That world is created if you know generally what direction you want to go in, what's right, what's wrong, what is the good thing to do, what is the bad thing to do, what feels right intuitively for you and those you love and those you work with. Armed with that kind of inner mental compass, we are then in a position to evaluate moment to moment, is what I'm doing the right thing at the moment? Because clearly if I'm not doing the right thing, I'm actually doing the wrong thing. There's no grey area here. And if I'm not doing the right thing, I need to stop what I'm doing and start doing the right thing. Now, unfortunately, everything I've just said requires presence of mind. Everything that I've just said, all the wonderful things that we could do, that we could create for ourselves and those whose lives we touch, requires purposeful mindfulness. I'm very careful in my use of those two words. I'm not talking about mindfulness, because I could be mindful sitting on a bed of nails halfway up a mountain in India or Burma or somewhere like that, and my inner world would be fine, but what difference would I make to other people? Really, what difference would I make? Particularly if the likes of you and I live in a world where we interact with people, where we have to put bread on the table. I'm talking about this from a purely practical perspective, and that is why I use the phrase purposeful mindfulness. Mindfulness in isolation isn't good enough. What we need to do is be purposefully focused, purposefully mindful. In order to make all those choices, in order to ensure that I'm doing the right thing, in order to stop doing the wrong thing, in order to behave myself appropriately when I interact with others and when I think about myself, I need to ensure that in as far as it is humanly possible, I am present to observe and to become involved in the reality of the moment. You know what I'm about to say next, don't you? Meditation is the rocket fuel that will get you there. Some people will say to me, oh, I can't meditate, or meditation doesn't turn me on, or meditation doesn't do it for me. Let me finish this morning with a quote from Jon Kabat-Zinn of the University of Massachusetts Medical School, he who gave us mindfulness-based stress management and mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. The quote is, saying that you cannot meditate is the same as saying that you cannot breathe. Anybody can do it.